Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I am speaking with Arianna Brizzi. She has just released a fantastic new track called Bad Choices, and I am super excited to talk to her all about it. Ariana, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this. How are you?
Thanks. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, having a
Just
good day?
busy with all the promotion. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. That's okay because good music deserves to be talked about. So I
Yeah.
can only imagine you have a weight off your shoulders now that this song
Mm.
is out in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been like hectic here to be fair because this is not only the song the only song that I released. I already released another one 2 months
Yeah.
ago. So basically I've been working nonstop since I have another one coming, so it's gonna be
Oh,
like
jeez. Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
We will talk about what's coming out, but for now, I want to
Yeah.
focus on bad choices. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I've listened to it a few times. It's not totally complicated to get the message from the song.
Yeah.
You're very
Yeah.
clear. You're very clear with your intentions and the lyrics. But I still have to ask, like, what did it come from? What inspired the song?
So the fun things about this song is basically when I written the first time, it wasn't like that. It was mainly from a male point of view.
Oh,
So yeah, and because I was married because my relationship had never been so great in life in general. So it's
sure.
like, but I never been able to be like Taylor Swift kind of music, like write
Sure.
songs where I deeply hurt because I never experienced like the great love. So and even when like relationship didn't work out properly, I never felt like proper broken heart. It was more like my ego, or even like I didn't like the way they treat me, but still I was even in the song I didn't realize it. I was given like a male point of view, like as in I have to feel blessed that a man is approaching me, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And when I was talking with my producer, he was like listen, we are not going anywhere. Like either you write a heartbreak song where you're like just deeply hurt and like you can scream and say everything you want, or either you write an empowerment song where it's the man that has to feel blessed
Sure.
that around you, you know? And he made me think because I was like, you know what, it's true because everything is all about men. Everything. And it's just not
Yeah.
fair, you know, like
No, hey,
I just
I get it. I'm right there with you. It's super unfortunate, but it's just like, yeah, men suck. Men are the worst.
like I don't want to be like I'm because yeah I'm feminist, but I don't want to be like oh women are better. Like I'm not I don't want to say that because I think
Sure.
we're all on the same level. But I think we do deserve to to take power back sometimes
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's a man's word. Also when it comes about having intimate relationship, like everything is about and it's not fair, because we do matter, we do count every on that aspect of our
Right.
lives, that it's important. So we do have to recognize our desires, our needs, and especially because I say something in the song that you can ghost me and you can't come back.
Yeah.
Also because we need to let them know that we are not there to please them, like they need to respect that
Yeah.
in the bedroom, in the everyday life. And so this is how, like, this is was the main point. Yeah, of course sex is like a huge part of the song, but also
Sure.
I want women to feel like empowered by this song, like,
And
and
they
be able
should.
to tell, yeah, because it just, we don't talk about that a lot, I think, in my opinion. I mean, I'm from Italy, and I think Italy compared to, I live in London now, so like
Okay.
compared to UK, Italy is still like very old-fashioned way, very
Sure.
narrow-minded. So even talk openly about sex or like things like that, you always like you will always give that look, oh, she's
Yeah.
and but when it comes about you, I don't feel like that. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm giving like a foreign perspective, but I
But
feel
that's
way
okay.
more.
We live in one big world. Like everyone has different perspectives. And at the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's your music, it's your message. It is empowering. Like obvious, yeah, and I fully agree with everything that you're saying. Men can be extremely disrespectful in that regard, and it's not fair to anyone. But it's amazing that you have chosen to use your platform and your voice to get that message out there. And you know, what I
yeah,
mean? You could talk about anything, and obviously it's your music, so you'll talk about other subjects. But from what I understand, this is only your second official single, right?
yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
look at you right out of the gate getting the message out there. I love it.
Because I wanted like it was a bit one hand you're just talking about it and maybe like planning, but when it comes about, oh, actually I need to release this song, actually I'm gonna
Yeah,
to post also the photo shoot that I did to promote the song. It's
right.
all about it's about sexy, like sexiness, empowerment, and I wasn't feeling like quite confident because I was
Yeah,
like, maybe people will misunderstood the message. But I was like, you know what, I don't care. Like I want women to recognize in what I'm singing,
good.
because I like the main inspiration for this song was Ariana Grande, his latest album, because
Yeah,
I was like, wow, because I mean I grew up listening to her music because
sure.
um like I was younger, she was like a teen back in the days. So with Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, so all the songs were about love, like friendship and things like that. But when in 2020 she released Position, I was shocked. I was like, can she actually like release a song about 34, 39, like no things
Yeah.
like that? I was like, if she can do that, I would like, maybe I can be inspired by this kind of power
Hmm.
that she's taking back. I was like, okay, I'll give it a go, and
There you go. That
I
no,
hope
that's
people
exactly
actually
the
can.
yeah, it's exactly the background that I was looking for here. I also want to know, like, listening to the song, it sounds great. The production is beautiful and it's just very crisp and clean. Um, did you work with anyone to put this together? Like, do you have a team behind you? How is that working?
Yeah, so basically I work with a collective that is
Oh,
called Zonke Studios. I met the producer last year. He was finishing the master, like production master in my same university. So we kind of met there. And we start working on the first song, the Italian. I released an Italian one, but it's completely different. It's more like fairy Disney childhood kind of
sure.
vibe. And we were still in London. Then he moved back to Vienna because he's from Vienna, and
Mhm.
he has his own studio with other producer, mixer, musicians. So they have created this collective,
Yeah.
Donkey Studio, and they work with different artists from Austria,
Oh,
UK. Yeah, yeah. They're starting to get like quite big. So, and
nice.
like I went there last the end of January, and I because the first song was already said and done. We recorded in London, but the other two we recorded, like I went to Vienna to record them. So
Very
yeah,
cool. All right. So it's just like it's a, huge effort from everyone to put this thing together. I love
yeah.
it. Are you recording multiple songs at a time? Like, how do you work in terms of process? Are you always coming up with new
Um,
ideas or yeah.
Mainly I write lyrics, and like I have met, because I'm not very, I can play a bit of piano.
Okay.
I know like I mean I can play piano like chords, and like I can come up with some melody,
Sure.
but like I'm not very good with music instruments. So mainly like we work together on the arrangement part. Like I explain the melody that I'm looking for, the idea
Nice.
behind it, and we just work on it, and they do their magic and add in instruments and things like that.
Nice.
So
Well, do you have any plans to potentially experiment with your sound? Because I love this pop sound, obviously, and it's like very alternative in a way.
yeah.
But I also think that, you're still at the point in your career where you're building something and you're allowed to take these twists and turns. So how does that look for the future?
I have the third song that I think I'm gonna release it like probably beginning of summer.
Okay.
This is still more like acoustic ballad, Billie Eilish kind of
Oh,
style.
all
It's
right.
more like chill. It's about mental health, so like it's a completely
Yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
direction. But the idea was exactly to create three different songs,
Mm-hmm.
because also the Italian is completely different. Like to see which direction I could take in the future.
Yeah,
And like if I had to think, I think Bad Choice is suit me the most of all over the three songs that I released.
sure.
And I'm planning to do an EP, maybe the end of the year, beginning of the next one. Like I have a lot of things I'm working on, and just
Right. I mean,
I
yeah,
need time and money.
exactly. Well, that's the toughest part of being an independent artist.
Yeah.
There's no rules. There's no like you need to do step one, two, and three. It's every it's all on you. So in my opinion, it's like you want to keep your audience entertained with new music, but you also don't want to rush out new music because then it
Yeah.
feels forced. So I think you'll find that happy balance between it all.
Yeah.
I want to know though, because you're still, very much at the beginning. How did this get started for you? Like, what pushed you over the edge to start taking music more seriously and release official singles?
Like, sorry, do you mind repeating
Yeah,
it?
of course. Was there like what is your relationship with music? How did you begin to start, like I'm gonna do this for real. I'm gonna
oh, okay.
record yeah.
Okay, so basically, I was born in a very, very normal family, as in my
Sure.
parents were employees. Like, also in Italy, when you say that you want to be a musician or you want to pursue like an artistic career, they don't trust you. Like they say, oh, but you should be a doctor. Or, like they don't believe in arts in
It's like
general.
that everywhere, by the way. It's not just
Mm,
Italy because it's so
yeah,
difficult.
I know, but like maybe because I'm talking because I'm living in UK, I can see the difference.
Yeah,
Like I
for sure.
can, I can see like that the music is more take into consideration
Yeah.
comparing to Italy. Music arts in general. Like if you say you want to be an artist, like you're treated like a human being. You're still like a human being, you know. But in Italy, if you do something like that, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be living under, a
Yeah.
bridge, and things like that." So, I wasn't. I always loved music. Always loved singing. I remember so we are not like a big like musician family, so I did like my mom's used to like Beatles and things like that, but
Yeah.
and she never like give me, and this is what like what I regret most, because she never initiate me to like
Mm.
real music, no. So I grew up, listening Disney Channel music like all
Yeah.
millennials do, no,
No, same,
uh
same. Yeah.
so like Miley Cyrus for me was like such a huge
Right.
influence back in the day, like, and see where how far she came, like for me was such a huge inspiration. So it was like I start asking my parents, can I have vocal lessons? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, but they thought it was more an hobby. But then, like growing up, I realized that this is what I wanted to do. But I was still scared to take music as on a professional level yet. So like I graduated. I was keeping on going with my studies. I graduated in languages. I have a translation degree. But after that, I was like 21, 22. I said like I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm taking the degree and then I'm fly away. Like okay, if this is what you want to do. They weren't
Yeah.
quite happy about it, because they imagine myself being like this huge translator, translating for I don't know, like medicine's book.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, this is not it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So I moved to London to study music. I graduated last year in music performance.
Okay.
And yeah, after I graduated, I started writing a bit more. Like oddly, I started writing after I graduated rather when I was in
Oh,
music.
all
Like
right.
yeah, because yeah, I was mainly focused on finishing the course. Also, I graduated during no, the second year of uni was during COVID.
Ugh,
So like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So because yeah, my second year was between 21 and 2020 2021.
Mhm.
So not like a
Not the
great
best.
moment for ideas and music
Yeah, no,
inspiration.
definitely
Yeah.
dark times that we will look back on
Yeah.
in the future. I also want to know, have you had the opportunity to play live performances? And if that,
Not yet.
okay, so is
Not
that something
yet.
that you want to do? Because not everyone
Yeah, I
gets the
would love
chance to do.
to.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I would love to. Just I didn't have time because
Yeah, of
my
course.
idea was mainly to start to have some music out in the world, because
Yeah,
there are musicians that do prefer, even their singles do prefer singing live first and then record. Like I spoken with lots of friends, they were like, oh, I don't quite trust the production process, so I do prefer singing my
yeah,
songs live, because I don't think like the live arrangement can fit into like the production one. And
yeah.
for me, it's the opposite. Like I want first to have songs released and then be able to perform once they're already out. So
Okay.
it's everyone
Hey,
thinks
that's
differently. Yeah.
completely reasonable. I also think you have to prioritize one or the other. Because if you're
Mm-hmm.
always out there playing shows, it could cut into you recording or like having studio time and also having a life. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
the hard part of music is like you want to commit your entire life to it, but then there's this weird line about it being too businessy and then you losing the fun aspect of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different for everyone. You never really know. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
So we are towards the end of April right now, which is crazy to believe that we're this
Yeah.
far along in the year. But I guess what are like the goals for the rest of this year? What would you like to accomplish? And what are some big things that you'd like to see happen?
Yeah, just I just wish I can start, creating my own fan base with people that actually can resonate with
Sure.
these songs. And yeah, so I have this third song like planned to be released in a couple of months. And I want to enjoy summer for a bit because I haven't stopped working
Yeah.
since last year. So I think for a couple of months after the third song is out, I'm gonna just close my socials,
You
like
should.
try to detach a bit, because the thing is it's all about like social media planning, interviews, like
Yeah.
promoting. It just I'm tired.
I
I'm
get
very
it. It
tired.
never stops. It really never stops. And you're always comparing yourself to other people and it really like it screws with your head. It's not,
Yeah,
you know what I
because you
mean?
can see all these amazing people. Like I know, like I'm gonna be honest, I don't have lots of engagement right now, but I think it's normal because I've just started.
Yeah,
Like every time I see people playing there and thousands of streams, and why me? I'm
right.
just still trying to get there. Like I can't do that.
I
Like
get it.
I think for 1 week I disabled my Instagram because I was like
You
too
should.
too
It's too
yeah
much. It's too
too
much.
much too
It's too
much.
much stimulation. And like you said, your next song is about mental health. That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing right now is we're just on our phones. We're just scrolling and comparing all day and it's terrible. It's so terrible. But it's a
yeah,
necessary evil at the same time for being in entertainment. So I don't know.
yeah.
You gotta prioritize yourself first. That's really all that
Mm-hmm.
matters. Um, I have a couple more questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know because you've already sort of mentioned who you listen to and who you were inspired to, but is there anyone as of recently that's had like a major impact on the music that you're making?
Um, like I've start because I basically have like a friend manager that sometimes she's like it's a consultee, like so sometimes she gives me
Yeah.
like industry advice
Okay.
in general, and she's also like a very close friend of mine. And she's mainly like she's Luana Pires. Mainly she's hip hop manager. So
Okay.
like she manage rappers, and she introduced me to this word, like to the drill word, and I thought it was way far from me. But like I started listening to The Weeknd a lot, Burna Boy, all music that really inspires me because they really talk about their life, that they are deep.
Sure.
And I never, oh, even the sound, that it's way far from who I was before. Now I'm just listening to Stormzy all the time, and
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. So I went to drills events, and like me growing up with Hannah Montana, I find myself
Yeah,
starting to
exactly.
listen to this music. It's just such a huge like change in my life, and I'm very proud because also means I can be more open to different sounds. And Rosalia also, like, I love,
Yeah,
because I speak Spanish, I love Spanish music. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the past year has been such a great year for, like, for music, for also for my
sure.
personal and music growth. So
No, that's a great
yeah.
answer. You have to keep your music preferences as wide as possible because,
Yeah,
I mean, if you listen to the same music over and over, you're just gonna make the same music over and over.
exactly.
Understand it, and I really do think that that comes through in this song because it's not just pop. Like there's those rock
Yeah.
influences, and it's great. It's great, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks.
my last question for you here is it's basically for the person that is going to discover you from this. What is an opening message that you'd like to say to them before they listen to your music for the first time?
Embrace yourself, embrace your needs, your desire. Just don't let men, but in general people, to let you down. Just feel confident who you are. And if I have to be honest, enjoy sex, because it's probably one of the most amazing things that we have in our life.
Sure.
And waste it for people that don't want you or treat you bad, or just like red flag. it's
Hmm.
it's not it's not worth your time. Just work on your own, like, please yourself. You can, like, you just don't waste it with people that can appreciate you anyway. So, and
That
just
is a
feel
great.
confident.
That's a great answer. If you're listening to this and you hear this, that's the reason to listen. Ariana, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. It really means a lot. Please let me plug your music for you one more time here. If you guys missed it the
Okay.
first time around, the song is called Bad Choices. We will have the links in our article so that you can listen and share and follow along and do all that fun stuff. But by the sound of it, there's so much more on the way and in the works. So now is the perfect time to pay attention. Thank you again. This has been great.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I hope to speak soon, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.